Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, hi, I'm Korra. I run a niche content website for a living, and I have had so much fun bringing that content to life here on YouTube. And today I wanted to take you along on another plant video. We are going to be doing some repotting, especially with this cool acrylic planter. We're gonna talk through some plant tips, plant tricks. We're just gonna have a fun time, okay? Keep watching if you have any interest in houseplants. I found this acrylic planter online and I am so excited to put planters in. I would complain about this being too much packaging, but I swear half the time that I get planters online, they arrive broken. So is it too much? Before I get started on the actual planting, they sent little nubbies that can be used to elevate the base. Drainage holes, which is why I was really excited to find this one in particular, because all the other acrylic planters I was looking at did not have drainage holes. Let's start with the base layer. We're going to use these pebbles to really ensure that it has enough drainage. Also, I think it's going to look very pretty with the acrylicness. I've heard a rumor that you can get these for a lot cheaper at aquarium like supply stores, so I'll be following up on that. Talk about it a lot on here, but worm castings are phenomenal for your plants. But we're not going to just use this. So this one has compost, peat, worm castings, pumice, and supercharged soil microbes. Oh, they break down what those are. I am not gonna care enough to look into that. But what we are gonna do is a mixture of that, and this was sold as cactus and like succulent soil because it has so much perlite in it, but that is actually useful for basically all things. So. Alright, now we're gonna go in with the perlite mix. I never thought I'd be a person who would be excited about soil mixes. Yet here I am at the ripe age of 29. Oh, I love how that's turning out, but we do need a little bit more. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Now here's like the most important part. Obviously, what plant are we putting in it? And the answer is a crap ton of philodendron propagations. This guy does not want to come out. Like, excuse me. Well, that's a long route. Oh, it just keeps coming. It's like a cheese pull. And then, like, depending on how the design portion goes, which is the next part when I actually put the plants in, we might grab a few live cuttings off of the two parent plants that all of these came from. Cutting off excess roots are totally fine. I almost just like swirl and tuck them in. Gotta tuck the roots in. Excuse the noise from our maintenance men for the apartment complex. They're doing some kind of work in the hallways and making a lot of noise, but they actually just walk past whistling. Okay, I am gonna grab a few additional cuttings because I want this guy to look real full. Grab 3 more cuttings. They may not all actually take in the soil, but it's worth seeing if they do. Gotta get it down into the one with all of the nutrients. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I need my spray bottle. Okay. Now she's done. Look how cool this is. Look at this. Do you guys see how cool this is? I am so unbelievably happy about this. Oh, okay, due to that wonderful fun little acrylic propagation that we just went through, we have some empty pots, and this one is so cute. There's no words on it, but my husband painted it for me as an anniversary gift. There's like matching ones. I like art initials and stuff. It's adorable. but I have been eyeing it as a good one for this propagation. My cane tree, I had no idea how this propagation was gonna work. I've had that plant for years and haven't tried to propagate it, but it was so easy. The roots came after maybe 3 weeks and there's already like the growth of the actual tree right there. Insane. So this one, we're gonna mainly just focus on this like nutrient dense mix for it. I definitely find myself walking like a weird line between like, I want to make sure my soil is like aerating so the water can get down and they don't get root rot. But also, if your soil isn't stable enough, your plants fall over and it's not good for them either. It's like, what am I supposed to do? We're going to top it with a layer of the perlite. Just a little bit right on top so that the water that goes right on top just drains right down for it into the actual roots. And it might look like it's crooked, but like the base itself is angled upward. What was I trying to accomplish there? Okay, and there she is. I am really excited to update you guys. I'm assuming this is going to take like a year or more to actually see growth, but we shall see. Yeah, we got 2 other pots. These are like, honestly, kind of crappy plastic pots, but it is what it is. Okay, so this Sanma, which is the nickname for this type of Tradescantia, don't come at me for my pronunciation. I can't pronounce anything actually. Has already outgrown this pot that I put it in like a month or 2 ago. But this soil is pretty fresh, so we can still use it. But she like took off. Both of the original 2 plants have already formed additional like full stems. She's doing crazy good. So she gets a bigger pot already. Congratulations. Yeah, we gotta make sure we tuck all the roots in. Believe it or not, your plants don't care about the aestheticness of the pot. It might just be a me problem. Right, so we're gonna put our little label back in. And now this friend, this pot is gross. This friend though has room to go until we find a more aesthetic pot for her. I was looking for anyone who might need a repot into these, but the reality of it is these are beginners. These are entry-level pots. Speaking of which, this was another entry-level pot that failed. The propagation did not succeed. That happens all the time. Don't get on yourself if a propagation doesn't take, I would say maybe 30% of mine, if not more, don't take. I got a bunch of plants a few months ago from the Succulent Depot online, and the only one that didn't take was this Swedish ivy. Didn't succeed. Not a big deal. Honestly, the string of turtles that I got, not string turtles, sorry. The string of turtles isn't a big pot. The string of raindrops that I got from them is taking really well and actually needs a bigger pot, but it's in one of these like 2-inch starter size pots. And I think the only empty other pots I have are all non-drainage, which I only like to put pothos and philodendrons in, because they're the only ones that I have enough faith in. Here's the issue, I keep buying bigger pots online, and I now need to just go in person, but it's not that easy. I live in an apartment complex right now where I have to haul anything I buy from our parking garage, which is in a different building, through like multiple stairwells across the pedestrian bridge, more stairwells, so I don't do that very often. And I keep trying to buy them online, and like 60% of them are arriving shattered. I have an example. These ones from Amazon that I tried to get, I don't even know if you can see this. They're just completely shattered within this, and I need to deal with Amazon with that also. Okay guys, well I hope that you enjoyed coming along for a little bit of plant repotting and a little chats on soil mixes. And I hope that you will go ahead and subscribe so you can see more content. Not all of my content is plant related. My content is related to anything that I enjoy, which is clearly houseplants and gardening, but hopefully we will be successful in our house by mission and I will have space to garden soon. But as of now, my plant obsession is just interior. But other things are self-improvement. I am huge on taking the effort to become the best version of yourself through journaling, productivity, organization, planning. Also, I'm just into hobbies in general. And I think honestly all of this goes hand in hand. I think hobbies are essential for being the best version of yourself. I think that they are how you release yourself from the stresses of our world. That is a rant that I could go on for like literally hours. So I'm gonna cut myself off there. But if any of that sounds like stuff that you enjoy and you connect with, make sure you subscribe and check out my website below, as well as any of my socials. I post on there, like I post on here on short forms and on TikTok and Instagram. My username on everything is @Korra, which is my name. And my final hope for you all is that you're having a wonderful day.